Good evening. We'll call the Board of Health meeting to order at 5:30 p.m. If everyone could please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. We're gonna take a couple things out of order here. First up, we're going to do a variance request on a septic design for 54 Old Southbridge Road. Let me find that one. No, 54 Old Southbridge. So this is, they're looking for a local upgrade from seasonal groundwater from 4 feet to 2 feet. Hi, can you just state your name?
Sure, Diane LaValle.
We do have a note from our Title V, and that's what, he has no problem with the local upgrade. It just has to be approved through the board for a 4 foot from groundwater level of 4 feet to 2 feet.
Okay, what does that mean?
So
it is 4 and you want to go down to 2?
Right, so what they're saying is, normally, let me think about this and get it right. 4 feet. Normally you have to be 4 feet from the seasonal groundwater. So you have to be that high up. They're asking for a 2 foot variance because the water levels are higher in that, which is not a problem.
Okay.
It's not, it's not really going to affect anything. Everything's still going to work the same. Okay. It's just setting the variance up a little bit for the groundwater.
Got it.
Does it make sense?
Not really. But I don't understand why it would go. It's not going down, so you're asking for an additional 2 feet to make it 6?
No, we're asking to go up to 2 feet.
Oh, okay.
You have to be 4 feet above groundwater.
Yeah.
So instead, we're asking for it to be only 2 feet above groundwater.
All right. That sounds better.
Oh, sorry.
See, it's been a long day. Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
No, that was a tough one.
Do you have any questions? Wait, they get better.
Oh, I see one. The bigger post is last.
Post-it means easier.
Yeah.
Figured it out.
Do you have any comments, questions, anything for us?
No, I was just here to, yep.
Okay, so I will entertain a motion then.
Okay, so I make a motion to upgrade the seasonal groundwater from 4 feet to 2 feet for property 54 Old Southbridge Road.
Second the
All
motion.
right. I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Passes unanimously. Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
It's okay. Quick question.
Yeah.
I was kind of representing Conrad, who's whatever, he had to go out of town for emergency, but he asked me to show up, and then I was supposed to bring up a check.
That would be Amanda.
No,
He already paid.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell him he didn't.
That's right.
For some reason, they said it was like $450.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
You're
Have a
welcome.
nice night, lady.
Thank you, you too.
That's funny.
Okay, so the next one up is a variance request on septic design for 386 West Main Street. Okay, so we're going to go through this in sections. First off, they're looking for a waiver for the septic tank, instead of being 25 feet from wetlands, to be 22 feet to the wetlands. Then a waiver for the tank to the well from 50 feet to 47 feet. A waiver for the system from the wetlands, which is the leach fields, so SAS, from 50 feet to 38 feet. And separation from groundwater from 4 foot to 2.5 feet. They're using an Elgin system. The state allows the separation to be 2 feet. Okay. The plan still is going to be going to conservation, but conservation asks that we approve all of our variances first. So starting, and I'll explain, just so you, normally, the tank has to be 25 feet from any wetlands conservation land. Initially, they're looking for the waiver to cut it down to 22 feet. So we have the right to give that, and then it would go to conservation, and conservation would say, right, okay. Then, for the tank to the well, the guidelines are that it has to be 50 feet. But it's their tank to their well. So we can give them a variance to make it less. We could, and just a hypothetical, we could even give them a variance to an abutting neighbor's well within a certain, okay? And then the leach field or soil absorption system, the waiver is usually 50 feet from wetlands. They're asking for a 38 foot, which once again, we can do that, and then conservation would do the next step if they approve or not. And then the groundwater is just like we just did. So, do you have any questions?
Wow, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And they're doing this because they're redoing something, so
So
that's
they have
why?
a failed septic system, actually, was it a septic system? This one, yeah. This one was a failed, it's an existing cesspool, sorry. They had a cesspool, which is probably failing, and they have a small piece of property, if I recall correctly. They have a small piece of property, so putting a system on sometimes, just like when you're near the water, sometimes you have to give variances and make exceptions, because what you want to do is, our goal is to have something there that's better than what's there now.
Okay.
So that, and it is a very small piece of property. It does abut into the wetlands. It is, you know, a tough area to work with.
So they're asking for us to give approval to these measurements, so to speak.
Correct.
And then conservation is the one that's gonna say yes or no, because it's near wetlands,
Right,
et
they'll do
cetera.
their part.
Okay.
We're
So
doing,
Okay, we just gotta give the yes or the no to the numbers.
Right.
Where they're gonna move everything.
right.
Okay.
So you can do them individually, or you can do them all as one, whatever you'd
Ah,
like.
Thank God it's written down. All right. Ah, see, Heather, what you look forward to. All right, so I make a motion to approve the waiver for the tank from 25 to 22 from wetlands on 386 West Main Street, and waiver for the tank to the well from 50 to 47, same address, and a waiver for the system from wetlands from 50 to 38, separation from groundwater from 4 to 2.5 feet. Sound all right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, yep, that's it.
And I don't need to do one for the eloquent
that's
system?
ours, so.
Okay.
All right, I'll second the motion.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion, questions, nothing? All right, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Passes unanimously. Okay, one more to go. Next one is a variance request on a septic design for 85 Charlton Road.
Okay.
They're looking for a local upgrade approval for the soil absorption system from their well. Normally it's 100 feet to the well. They're looking to make it, instead of 100, to have it to be 92 feet.
And that's because they have a failed system right now, and they don't have enough room to continue at 100, so they need to bring it down to 92?
Correct. The
Okay.
location, so if you look at, like, here's the house,
Yep,
there's the tank,
yep,
and here's the leach field, and the well is here. Due to the size of the lot, this is the furthest they can get away from the well.
Okay.
They really, try not to hit anything. If you see, so this is the well. They really can't go much further. They're right there, half of it. It's only a quarter of it that's within the 100 feet, that'd be 92 feet, that's this corner. So, and that's still maintaining a 10-foot setback from the property line.
so this entire tank would be moved over?
No, this is the leach field.
Oh, all right, so they would just move that?
So this is where it's going to be, but as you see it, this is the 100-foot buffer.
Mm-hmm.
So it falls within, and that's the 92 feet.
Okay.
And but it still maintains the 10-foot from the property line, the 10-foot from the property line. And, I mean, the well's in the front of the house, this is going in the
Yeah.
back. And I would assume that it's probably, the old system had to be over here somewhere, and that's why they're not going over that way.
Okay.
Because it's not a big piece of property. So, again, we're trying to make it better than it is.
Yeah,
So, just so you guys understand. Okay.
all right. You wanna give this one a try? Okay.
A little bit, no.
You got.
I make a motion to approve the local upgrade for SAS to well from 100 to 92.
For the SAS.
Oh, SAS, I said SAS, sorry.
Yeah, that's
SAS
okay.
On 85 Charlton Road.
I second the motion.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Passes unanimously. Beautiful. Up number 5, discussion and updates with Alsco Food Group. So I asked Alsco to come, but apparently they are unable to. We did not hear back from them because they're the independent company that's doing our food inspections right now. Just to give you a little quick update of something that happened. They had done an inspection at a restaurant March, April, May, and June. We received a call regarding a particular restaurant. Amanda went in search of the inspections, trying to see when the last inspection was, you know, if they had gone there. And that's when we found out they had gone there in March, April, May, and June. And every time they had gone, there were between 6 and 9 violations each visit. So we sent it to our covering agent, Doug.
Okay.
And I'll follow up with that. So my concern was, why have there been 4 food inspections for 4 months with 6 to 9 violations, and we were not notified? So that's why I asked them to come there. What I would like to do is send them a letter stating that, first off, all food inspection reports come directly to Amanda
Okay.
and the Dudley Board of Health office, because all the reports were in Webster.
Oh, so we don't have access to that?
Doug had brought them to
Oh,
us,
okay,
thankfully.
okay.
But from now going
Moving
forward,
Okay.
we'd like everything to be coming directly to Amanda to be the contact, and that if they go out and do 2 inspections that are failing, they then immediately contact Amanda with that
Mhm.
second inspection. I don't want more than 2 inspections.
This is a highly abnormal situation that there's 4 months in a row.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I would prefer at that point to then reach out to Doug and say, I need you to go in at your,
Yeah.
these are the 2 reports they've given us. I need you to go in. I need to see what's going on.
So, just because I want to know, maybe the public wants to know, 1 error is 1 too many, let alone 6 to 9, or is there a leeway that they say 1 or 2 depending on
It
what they
depends
are?
on what they are.
Okay.
Like, when you go into a restaurant, you're always gonna have something off. You know what I mean? It can be minor things, such as no hats, hairnets.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's not, but that's not like
Shut you down worthy.
correct.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the other things that,
Because I'm just thinking, like you said, 6 to 9 times 4 months, and it's like, is 10 the
same-
magic number to say?
No, and
Is it the
that's
same-
why
why I
that was
wanted to
my
make
other,
sure.
and that
Okay.
was my,
Are they the same ones?
that was
Right.
my concern. They were the same violations, which was very upsetting to me.
So they weren't corrected.
And then when Doug, he was very upset over it, extremely upset. But let me just clear up that he did go out. Everything has been corrected. He went out there yesterday. Everything was corrected. And here we have a situation. According to the restaurant owner, they were corrected prior to the June inspection. We don't
But that's not
know.
what the documents say.
That's correct.
Okay.
But what's important is Doug went out yesterday everything was, again, there were minor things such as when you make up, like, you know, the prepackaged dressings,
Oh, yeah.
they're supposed to be dated. If you're only making up 10 of them, you're gonna use 10 within the day.
Yeah.
But if you're making up 100 of them, you need to date them. They weren't dating them, but he said they only had like 10 made up, or 50, not. So that's okay.
Mhm.
It's not good
Okay.
practice, but it's not gonna make anybody sick,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay.
So, and because of the type of business, it is the majority of businesses in Dudley are busy anyways. It's not like something's gonna be sitting in their fridge for weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me. So he said everything was wonderful. He went in, prepared to kind of lay it all out to them. He said he would even eat there. So that made me feel very good that he would eat there. So it's been rectified, but I think our problem now, at least in my opinion, and that's why I want to bring it up, is with Alsco. That I don't want them just blindly doing follow-up inspections.
Not letting us know.
Correct.
That's
I
an
think
issue.
after 2 problem inspections, we need to be notified and we'll decide what we want done next.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
I
agree?
Mm-hmm.
So then I would ask Amanda to send them a letter stating that. And if they have any questions, to follow up with you. And it's just due to the way things are right now, I think we need to be kept in the loop much more. So, but rest assured, everything's good with the restaurants in Dudley,
Okay, good.
which made me feel very happy. And again, when we get complaints, you're looking at a 50-50. It could be the restaurant, it could be something else, it could be nothing,
Yeah.
So a whole investigation was done, and nothing has, yes, they did have some violations. But again, but to me, if we keep going back if somebody keeps going back month after month and somebody's not fixing something, I have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's,
So they ignore it, yeah.
right, so that's why I wanted Alsco here, so that we could tell them 2 and done.
Yeah.
Then let me get Doug involved,
Yep, yep.
or let Amanda get Doug, sorry, not me.
Sorry.
Good pen now?
Yeah, what the heck?
Okay, any questions about that? Do you have any
No.
questions?
No.
Okay. Number 6 is Body Works regulations. If you notice in your packet, you have Body Work regulations for the town of Oxford and the town of,
She wasn't here.
correct. You got them. You need to find yours.
They're right here.
Okay.
They're right here, Mrs. Canoia.
Was it Framingham and Oxford?
Okay.
So what we would like to work on making Body Works regulations, but you're brand new. We were working on this prior with the previous member, but so what we'd like you to do is read through them. They're not there, are they?
It was something else. I thought it was. I'm sorry.
That's
Heather.
okay. It's not. I'm just like giving an overview today.
I know what you are.
We're not
I was
gonna
just,
talk.
I was just jealous that I didn't have a packet. And that's all.
So, read through them.
Okay.
Body Works, we have 2 locations in Dudley. We have one up in Tinsley Plaza, and we have one right before the gas station over here where the old Performance Graphics is. It's massage, it's, more something like that. It's not regulated by any, we don't regulate, well, we can, we'd like to start regulating, but I think does massage regulate? I don't even know if the state regulates. I'm not 100%
Yeah.
sure.
But other towns are regulating.
Other towns are regulating it. It is something that we'd like to look into, but it will take a process. So what we have to do is read through them, come up with our own draft, invite both businesses in for a public hearing, giving them copies of the draft, walk through everything with them, take any input they might have into consideration, then come up with a finalized draft, and we could vote on it. It is a process, but I figure you got summer,
Yeah.
here's some summer reading for you. So,
Okay.
we'll put it on the next agenda just
Okay.
to
Sure.
see, have you have a chance to read through it and everything. Number 7, recap of the bike rodeo. So our bike rodeo was held on June 22nd?
Yes.
I think so.
Sounds
It's been,
right.
it feels like it was
Oh,
so long
turn
ago.
this over.
Oh, look at that. No, that's
Oh.
just the,
No.
hold on. I believe it was June 22nd, yes. And we held it here at the town hall from 5 to 7 on a Thursday night. And we had 48 kids show up. We were overjoyed. It was the biggest turnout we've had.
So good.
So good.
We wanted 50.
We did, we were too short.
close, but still, it was so good.
It was great. A thank you to Boston's Children's Hospital, which we will have to contact again.
Yep.
Just making my
Next year.
notes. Yep, so what I'd like to do is, so we had 48 kids, let's just say, a special thanks to Dudley the dog who showed up.
Oh, yeah.
And it was an extremely hot day, as it was the week before when Dudley showed up at the Strawberry Festival.
Yep.
But thank you for showing up, Dudley. You made a lot of kids happy. I saw a lot of pictures with Dudley, so we appreciate Dudley taking the time out from his busy activities. But the kids had fun. The parents had fun. Everybody got a free helmet
Yep.
from Boston Children.
Yep.
We had some people who stopped by who couldn't bring their bikes because they were on the way to something. That was fine.
Yep.
They still walked through, did the obstacle courses, had a good time.
Parents found it very informational.
Yeah, parents, they thought
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah.
So
I think the day of the week was perfect, right?
I think a Thursday is perfect. I definitely think it's the Thursday after the Strawberry Festival, so that can advertise at the Strawberry Festival
I
again.
saw a lot of people show up that were there the week before.
It was great. It was great.
You know?
Yep.
Even some of the parents who came to the trick or trunk
Yeah.
had those coupons that we passed out, so
Yep.
they were waiting. So it was kind of neat to see, like, they remembered.
It was great.
Yeah.
I want to thank all the volunteers, everybody who came and helped, everybody's extended families who came and helped.
Yeah. Sergeant Poplowski.
Sergeant Poplowski who came and helped. We appreciate that. Yep, George Petrinos of the Water Department and Sewer Department bringing down the excavator. The kids loved it.
Yep.
They had so much fun. Definitely for next year, Boston Children's again. The food was a great idea that we all chipped in for. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And I definitely liked the touch a truck idea, trucks and things. So what I'd like to do is establish a date for next year. Hold on, let me get to June. Because Strawberry Festival is the 3rd Thursday in June, which will be June 20th. So that would mean that would push us to June 27th.
Mm-hmm.
I still think that's okay.
Yeah.
So, 6/27/24 will be the next bike rodeo. I definitely think we should keep it here at the town hall.
Yeah.
It worked very well.
Same time, like
5 to 7. I will reach out to Boston Children's and I will tell them, hold on, to be here at 4:30.
Set up by 4:30?
Yeah. Be here and set up by 4:30. And then we will start brainstorming again.
Things, the nice thing about it is we learned from things from the previous year that didn't work well, things that we could do differently. We're always worried about not having enough volunteers, and then when a lot of people come, we're like, oh, now we have too many, what are we gonna have them do?
Right.
And then we realize, oh, thank goodness we have a lot of people, because sometimes some of the kids get really happy and they go the course the wrong way, or then they wanna do it again, So one of the
Right.
great ideas somebody had this year was maybe have an area where the kids who are done and just want to ride their bike can go
Yes.
to like a little area off to the side.
Yeah.
So it's something neat to try and plan for next year.
I think that's great.
And, you know, hopefully we could get the, this approved early by Board of Selectmen, so we'll have
Yes.
enough time to get other groups involved. You know, we weren't able to reach out to Mopfrey, which they helped us last year. We didn't have enough time. We only had like 3 weeks before it got approved. So
Can
maybe
you send a request, Amanda, please, to the Board of Selectmen, asking them that we'd like permission to hold the bike rodeo June 27th, 2024?
A whole year in advance.
Yes.
Yeah, that way we can reach out to businesses and give them
Yes,
time.
at the
like
town hall, 5 to
right.
7.
You know,
I think it's great.
this was a off year for everybody, so it was hard to put things on the agenda with everything that they had going on.
Right.
But if we can get it done, if we can get it approved ahead of time, then we could reach out to Henke Sass.
Yeah.
And we could reach out to the optical company and see if they have volunteers that want to come help.
Absolutely. And we'll definitely, it was so nice this year to see a good turnout and to see people happy.
Yeah.
You know, kids were happy,
It
and
wasn't
parents were happy.
raining.
No, it
Oh my
wasn't.
gosh. Yeah.
It was beautiful. It was a little warm, but that's okay.
Well, yeah.
It was
I think Dudley
perfect.
felt it the most.
I think Dudley definitely, but again,
I did write it down. June 27th.
June 27th, 2024.
All right, it's in my calendar. All right.
Perfect. Anything else on the bike rodeo?
Mm-mm.
And thank you for being thrown right into it. You welcome aboard. Hello, here you go. Here's a bike rodeo.
It was our first task.
All right, up next, public health nurse.
Nothing really about Maven. I did see some info in my emails about West Nile and Triple E. So there was a Triple E case in Worcester, I believe. So it's just another reminder that we've had so much rain, so much humidity. You know, empty anything that's full of water, any freestanding water. You know, long sleeves when you're out if you can. I know it's been hot. Sunscreen, especially with DEET in it. You know, just to stay protected. It's just been a crazy year, but nothing really about. I'm hoping COVID is kind of the back burner for now. Yeah,
Let's hope so.
I know.
And there's lots of standing water around.
I know because of the rain. So, but if you have buckets and
Empty
stuff,
'em.
you know, empty 'em.
My goodness, yes. Okay. Health agent. So I spoke with Doug, who's covering us, and really things have been, you know, not bad. Things are going pretty good
All right.
right now, so that's a good thing. And we're busy with septics and stuff, but that's normal, so.
Awesome.
Okay, so let's do approval of the minutes. So we're gonna start with the April 18th meeting.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from April 18th, 2023.
I second that one. So I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we won't be able to do May 16th because it was, I was not here and that was just Lori and Roe, so it'll be accepted by default. And approve the minutes of the June 20th.
I make a motion to accept the minutes from the June 20th, 2023 meeting.
I second the motion.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passes unanimously. So, any public or board comments before we move on to our last item of business?
Can we pick our next meeting
Yes?
before we forget?
Yes, it should be July, August, August 15th. No, we moved it to the 22nd. Yep,
Okay.
that is correct. Beautiful. So next meeting is August 22nd. And again, if anyone has questions, comments, concerns, wants to address anything, please reach out to the Board of Health office. 508-949-8012, get on our agenda, or Building 1 at dudleyma.gov.
8012.
8012.
No, this is 8007.
Oh, that's, yeah. That's, okay, up next,
Do it.
reorganization.
You've been waiting a while for this day.
I have. So, I make a motion to appoint Roberta Johnson as chair.
Okay, fine.
I have a second.
Say no? Okay, fine, I accept, okay, fine. But I'd like to say I'd like to
Sound
stay
like my
right
daughter.
here. No?
You sound like my daughter.
Okay, fine.
All right, fine.
That's never a good word.
Would you like me to jump up? Okay, I take that back. Okay, Mrs. Canoyer, I do it. I will do it. How's that?
Thank you.
Okay?
I have a motion and a second and a person willing to do it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Not really willing, but I will do it.
I'm going willing to do it.
Yeah, I'm willing, I'm just kidding.
No further discussion?
Mm-mm.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously. Thank you. I've been
You're
there for
welcome.
way too long.
2,000 years.
That's what it feels like.
I know. I told you I would
Absolutely.
help you do it
I
when I was
appreciate
done.
it so
You're welcome.
much. Thank you. You have, so you can, you can take over. You can sit here for the rest of this meeting, so there's nothing
Oh,
much to do.
in like 1 more minute? All right, thanks. I like this end. All right, fair enough.
So, I have nothing else. It's all yours now.
Oh, I make a motion to adjourn the
No, I
meeting?
have to do that
All
now.
right,
'cause
well, what do you want me to do?
You want it, you all done? You have nothing else to say?
Oh, no, I mean, I could keep talking, but no, let's be done.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second that. Yes,
So now you
aye.
have to,
I-
no, she seconded it.
What?
I said second.
She seconded it.
Oh.
So now you have to say, I have a motion and a second.
I have a motion, a second. Meeting adjourned.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Listen, you're throwing me all off, just finish the meeting.
Meeting adjourned at 6:01.
Just finish the meeting.
Thank you.
No problem. Just delete that end part.
Yeah, sorry, I know.